Cool. What's up, y'all? This is BC. Welcome back to another YouTube Live. I'm still here setting up the new home studio. Right, I've been messing around with like getting different lights, different setup, and that kind of stuff. And I know it's been about a week since I have gone live, and I wanted to make sure that I was able to come on and do another live for you guys. I have a new platform, right? Using the Mac. I got a bunch of stuff. I got the sound effects. So we're having a good time with this thing, man. I'm really enjoying putting together this new studio. You guys know I just moved, and we're slowly gonna build this thing up. And I am gonna transition now on my social media to still doing what I do, but I want to kind of turn this into potentially like a live show and blowing this thing up and integrating it more, bringing people on Zoom. I try to go live on Instagram as well, but I think I need to put a different stream key, and I didn't do that right. But whatever, we're gonna have our technological issues because I'm still pretty new to all this stuff. But I wanted to come on today and talk to you guys about a pretty important subject, right? And I think I named this stream "Stop Trying to Be Like Everybody Else," right? I can't see the verbiage of it right now and all that stuff, but I named it that, and I wanted to come back and do that live because as I continue to talk to people, as I continue to be on this journey, move forward, grow, meet more people, right? I've been in the game now and doing social media for 11 years at this point almost. I find that a lot. Like, I find when a lot of people try to find their stride, they start copying people, right? Or they think they need to copy people. And don't get me wrong, right? When we start, we draw inspiration from people, our mentors, the people that we like. I remember growing up, and when I was a basketball player, I wanted to be like Kobe, right? I idolized Kobe. I got his shoes. I wanted to walk like him, talk like him, shoot like him. I wanted to do everything like him. But in the end, I finally found my identity as a basketball player, right? So this goes for everything in life. And in that process, right, we can say there's stages. And in the beginning, of course, we emulate greatness. We want to be like the people that we admire. But eventually, somewhere in that process, you start to evolve and you start to kind of hit your stride and find out what it is that you like, what you're like, your style, and you find yourself within that. Okay? And I'm going to hit today's subject from many angles because let's say we talk business or social media. If you copy people, if you're trying to be like somebody else, it's going to be obvious, right? I remember when I first started coming to light back on my original platforms, my original YouTube, my original Facebook, before all that shit was deleted and shunned. A lot of people that followed me, right? I would definitely, if they started posting stuff online and expressing themselves, I supported them. But it became very obvious that a lot of people, not a lot, but I would say at least a few that were coming to my attention were literally trying to sound like me and be like me. And some of them, I remember reaching out to them and I said, "Hey, bro, it's great that you're, putting yourself out there, but you want to make sure that you kind of find your own style, man. You don't want to try to sound or do everything just like me because people are going to pick up on it and they're going to think, even if it's not your intention, that you're just copying me." So I think for a lot of people, regardless of what it is, right? Let's say we're talking your business, your social media, or anything else. When you start, again, you study people, you have an idea, you come into the game, right? Like me coming into real estate, I thought I had to dress a certain way, walk a certain way, talk a certain way because I'm entering this world and I don't know much about it, right? This is all new to me. I'm adopting a new skill set. I'm becoming a new person. I basically have to transform myself to fit into this puzzle of what is real estate, right? After a while, I very quickly started kind of finding my own stride with my individuality. If we talk the suit, you guys remember early on, if you've been following me that long, the uniqueness and the colors and the different styles started to come out. The sleek suits, the different colored shirts, the ties. I would wear my neon colored, multi-neon colored shoes to door knock, right? Like the running shoes, the Asics. Why? Because I tried to wear formal shoes and it tore my feet apart when I was going door to door. But not only did I think about it from an ingenuity standpoint, like standing out, but it was my style, dude. Like I like the colors. I like wearing pink and red and orange, and now that I'm in Miami, I like those colors, the light blue, the pink. I've always liked it. In the beginning, because maybe I was a little bit more scared and didn't have the confidence, and I was just trying to fit into this new world, I didn't wear that stuff, and I kind of resisted it, or I made sure that, hey, I don't want to ruffle any feathers or go too much, right? But as I became more comfortable, got more confident, and found myself and my individuality, that stuff started coming out. How about in the way that I express myself? That evolved as well. In the beginning, very by the book, very scripted, right? I followed the rules. Now, the way I communicate compared to 10 or 11 years ago, worlds of difference, right? Never in that process was I ever trying to be somebody else. And I think that's one of the reasons that I was able to get so much attention online, especially, is everyone was looking at me for the most part saying, hey, here's this young dude coming out. He's got his own style, right? He does things his own way. Some people liked it, some people didn't, but this dude, he's doing him. You've heard people say, do you, right? I was just doing me, and I continue to do me. And I want to keep it that way. I don't want to change from that. That's that uniqueness and that flavor that keeps people coming back. That's the thing that your brand stamps onto the marketplace. That's the element that keeps doing this type of stuff fun for you. If that's missing, there's no soul inside of what you do. Your business has no soul. Your social media has no soul. You're just another face, another name, another brand of thousands and thousands and thousands that are out there. There's no essence to what you're doing. It's missing, right? So I say that way you can check to see what you're doing now and say, have I lost myself in this? Am I trying to be somebody else? Or am I genuinely expressing myself? Because for a lot of people, you'll realize you're going through the motions, or you're trying to be somebody else, or not fully doing things your way. And for me, back in the day, that was a difficult crossroads for me, because the moment you cross that, right, you hit that crossroads and you cross that bridge, or you choose, I'm going to go right or I'm going to go left. You've now effectively done a few things. One, you've separated yourself, right? And you've opened yourself up to criticism and judgment. Whenever you walk the other way and you do something different, you will be criticized, you will be judged, people will question it, people will point the finger, and you will draw attention to yourself. 100%. Now, with that comes a lot. With that's going to come solitude at times. With that's going to come you having to embrace and be a trailblazer in a way. Embrace certain things about you, the good, the bad, the ugly. Because there's stuff that I put out, right, online, or there's stuff that I exhibit as a person that, again, other people might be embarrassed by, other people might not approve of. You see, but that's a part of me. And I think that that's what's missing, is we want to have the good, but we don't want to have the bad and the ugly and everything that composes you. So part of your maturity process and part of the developmental process for a human being, again, whether business or not, is that. Can you accept all these things about yourself? Everybody has things they don't like about themselves. You might not like your height. You might not like your voice. You might not like your face. There's a lot of things about you, and maybe some of them you can't change, that you just don't like about yourself. Can you accept that, though? Certain things you can change, right? If we're overweight, we can lose weight, right? If we're not in the best of shape, we can lose weight. But hey, if you're 5'8" as a dude and you want to be taller, what are you going to do? Wear platform shoes? Still not going to change your height. We need to accept those things. Okay? How about personality traits? Some people are more energetic. Some people are more charismatic, right? Some people are a little bit more mysterious. Some people are a little bit more techie, right? Analytical. Some people are more balls to the wall, loud, intense, caveman-esque, you can call it. Which qualities do you have? If nobody's looking, if everything is comfortable, what qualities do you have, and are you accentuating them? Or if there's other ones you'd like to develop, are you developing them? And then letting people know that you're on that journey. Because when it comes to the social media aspect of it, dude, you can change and transform. I've changed and transformed a ton over the last 10 years that I've been creating content. It's not that we fixate and we're stagnant and we have one way of being. You can change and grow and develop. It's pretty simple. Is it your genuine desire, though? Or are you just doing it for the camera? Are you just doing it because somebody told you? Only you will know, right? And the interesting part about this is we know deep down inside if we're expressing ourselves the way we want to express ourselves, living the lives that we want to live, running our businesses the way we want to run them, running our relationships and friendships the way we want to run them. We know. No one can tell us. Now, there's a certain thing that we can see from the outside to a degree if we feel the person's in alignment or if they're putting on a facade. Put that aside. But you with you. You know if you're doing things the way that you want to do them. You know if you're genuinely fulfilled. You know if you're being somebody else. At the end of the day, that's ultimately what's most important. And if you're not, that's fine. Do something about it. Do something about it. Because every day is a day for us to improve upon that. Like, one big step for me is all this stuff, the studio and the fancy stuff. You think I want to do this shit? Of course not. But I'm having fun with it. And this isn't even the final look and what it's going to look like, and I'm going to change it a lot. This is just what I had to throw together, and I finally got the camera to work, and I'm doing a live because I haven't done a live in like, it feels like a week or two, right? And as time goes on, this is going to get better. But for now, this is what it is, and I'm doing it. So this is a way of me expressing me the way that I am and doing things the way that I want to do them. And admitting, hey, this isn't pretty, this isn't the best, this isn't the final thing. I'm a work in progress like everybody else. I'm along this journey with you in a different place. So my thing is, are you in the game? Because that's really what it's about, guys. Every day we do these things. Are you actively involved in this process? Like, I have people coming up to me, man, I want to become a better communicator. Are you talking to people every day? Because that's a part of this thing too. Whatever that genuine desire is for you to improve in an area or do something, are you doing it? Or if you can't yet because it's behind having a certain amount of experience or money or whatever it is and you don't have access to it yet, are you working towards that? Because then that would be the ultimate expression of this. You're not living or being somebody else. You're doing you, right? You have your goals, your aspirations, and what you're doing, and you're going after them. It's really that simple. It's really that simple, right? Let me see here. I swear there was a way here to look at the comments on this thing, but I don't know if I have any. Whatever, we'll figure it out, right? We're gonna go live too. We're gonna go live too on Instagram when we start doing these things. It's pretty cool, right? I'm using Ecamm Live. I had to get a MacBook and change all this stuff. It's crazy, all the stuff that I had to do to set this thing up, but it's pretty fun, man. It's pretty fun. I'm really, really enjoying this process. It's frustrating, but this is what we do, right? This is what we do. So understand this, y'all, because I don't want to make this one too long. When I've been my most fulfilled, sharp, on point, and doing what I'm supposed to do is me doing me. When I find myself like, okay, let's give you an example last year, right? With some of my businesses, both retail and online, I found myself in moments, instead of doing things my way and actualizing my vision, just kind of copying and pasting to a degree what other people were doing. And looking back now, any mistake, any issues that I had, any ups and downs in those areas, partially was probably due to that, because it was copy paste instead of me doing it the way that I wanted to do it. Whether it was copying a business model, pricing for certain things, the layout, the style of running this or doing that, whether it's my team or my coaching or whatever it is. And to the degree that I strayed from my essence, I suffered, because there's a difference between adopting things that other people have taught you and then applying it to your world in your way versus just copying and pasting. And that happens. And again, I'm guilty of it just like the next person. And whenever I've done things organically, the way that I want to do them, the way that I want to do them, by taking insights but still applying them my way and building things to my vision, they've worked out magnificently. Yeah, they still have their ups and downs, but it works. And looking back on it, I'm like, I'm glad I did it that way. And then wherever I did these copy paste things or half-ass things, or I didn't have my heart in it, it didn't work out. Or it was a bust. I thought it would be a huge thing, and let's say I thought it was going to be level 100, it was level 10. But see, I have nobody to blame but myself, because I was trying to be somebody else or do it their way instead of doing it my way. And I'm not talking about simple stuff like applying a system or following directions. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about things related to my vision and improving and growing something, and just copying what someone else says or does instead of learning the concept and then applying it to what you have. That's the difference. That's the difference, okay? So I'm glad to be on and rap with y'all again. Like I said, I'm still setting this stuff up. I'm going to have the Zoom here ready and a bunch of other things as well, because I want to start bringing people back on the show and make this like a kind of like a live talk show. We'll have a diverse amount of topics. It's going to be really fun. I'm going to continue to build this studio out and build this thing, and it's going to be amazing, because I really see this growing into something bigger than I've ever done in regards to like live streaming and that kind of stuff. All right, so I'm gonna wrap up here. I'm gonna hit you with one of the DJ sounds. Oh, this is hilarious. All right, cool. You guys have a good night. I've added a bunch of stuff in the description if you want to check it out. We do offer a lot here at Team DC, whether you need coaching, consultations, or whatever it is. Go to the website, and yeah, we'll see you guys on the next live. All right, we'll see you. Peace.